only feel what I feel, and you would understand what I can't heal. I see your eyes, you see through me. I am numb, but you can feel me. My soul is damned, but you have saved me. Every time you catch me say that I don't believe in love, you always try to change my mind. And even though my heart is cold, you're always there for me to hold. You never had a change of heart, a change of heart.
All right, all right. I'm here. I see y'all. I do this on purpose, you know, by the way. Hello, everyone. Let me get to this screen. I saw that, DB Collins. I am punctual. I just do it on purpose. It's kind of become an inside thing here. Hello, everyone. I see Carol Brown, the DC Diva. Let me stop this horrible music, by the way. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Can you hear me all right, first of all? Let's see. I see some new names, or some new old names. Some old new names, or new old names. I'm not sure. Hello, everybody. We have 2 weeks. Just a reminder, I'll be gone next weekend, and then the weekend after, we will be watching this damn show. So hello, Emily. How are you? Nobi, Dupree, Diane Harris, hello, hello. Randy Suimatsu. Westward, I have not watched it yet, Randy. I'll watch that here shortly. Lily, hello. Michael Mertig, or if I'm saying that right, hello. There's Tyrion, the mother of dragon. Voodoo Darling, hello. Chicken to Jail, Philip. Nobar, hello. How you doing, Michael? Lady Danish, how are you? Philip, I just got HBO Max for the show. Awesome, man. 2 weeks. 2 weeks when we watch it. Can you believe that, though? It's been 3 years since God ended. We heard about prequels 3 years ago, and now we already have one in 2 weeks. Crazy, man. Hello, Evil Villain. What's up, man? Eric Cartman is back. There you go. Sarah K. Hello, hello. Stephen Hart. What's up, man? Sarah K. again. Tina. Meg Paul. What's up? Yvette Reese. Hello, Yvette. Let's see. And as I mentioned, Carol Brown. Carol, you missed the last few weeks. I know you're busy and working and got a lot going on, but I'm glad you're here. We've been streaming what have we been on here now? 4, 5, 6 weeks in a row. I know I missed one or something, but since Star Wars anyway. Let's see. Haynes Nation, Meg Paul. Hello, hello. Here's the first little question. I forgot to post it on Patreon, by the way. I apologize. I've been not feeling great earlier. I'm feeling better now, but gonna make Rainey and Rhaenyra's kids someone other than Strongs, or we'll meet them. Now, I think there are Strongs. I think that's pretty canon. But yeah, we can talk about it. I didn't have any particular plan. Like last week, we talked a little bit about magic, but we can talk about whatever. I just wanted to make sure we stream because the next week I'll be out of town, and then we'll come back talking about this show the week after. Rice in return, hello. What's up, man? How are you? Raging Cajun. There's an old name. What's going on? Someone. Jessica. There's Jessica. Jessica, are you feeling better, by the way? Hope that eased off. Rick, how you doing, Rick? Says loud and clear. Good. This is the first time. I'll scroll back down. I can see what's going on now. Fukinai. What's up, Fukinai? I love saying that. All right. Breaking Chains. Hello, how are you? Stephanie. It's Natilli. Thanks for your Sunday nights. Get together, enjoy the community. Yeah, this has always been my favorite part of it. Not editing videos. I can say that for sure. That is not fun. Prite, hello, how are you? Shelly Howard. How are you, Shelly? No, Jessica, I don't have my laptop that I used to stream on, that I could stream from before, that I used to stream from here or at the old house. It's basically dead now. There may be a Mazuma Twitch cooking stream, from my understanding. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I think Mazuma's gone till about midnight, so maybe he can confirm or deny. I don't know. That may happen. But I can't stream from there, unfortunately. The internet's probably going to be trash anyway. But Low, Horton, how are you? Jake from State Farm. And Carol Brown, the weeks have been long and the wars to come. Yeah. I get it. What's up, Mike Williams? Stefan, would you happen to have any Grey Poupon? Yeah. We had this conversation, Stefan. Did I say Steven earlier? Maybe. I don't think I even seen your name here yet. Stefan. What's up, man? How you doing? Where is just lost my spot. Christian Oles, Debo Smith, live stream for a long drive. Oh, nice. Don't chat though. I mean, don't wreck if you're driving. Let's see. Callie. I see Callie. Swazglin, hello. There's Rick, Diane, Debo. All right, I'm trying to get to the. So, I'm gonna read that in that accent, Stefan. What's up, Dragon? Saw the House of Dragon Comic-Con panel. Germ seems excited about the show. He does. It was an odd panel though. I meant to say that last live stream actually. Somebody messaged me or put a message on one of the YouTube videos, and it was so awkward and weird. I don't know, man. Like Rhaenyra, I'm sure she'll do great as Rhaenyra, but I don't like that woman, the actor. I don't know. She was odd to me, and she basically attacked George R. R. Martin because of her politics and stuff, and that's what I'm talking about, man. I just don't get it, man. Like he's some kind of, whatever. Diane Harris, Q&A. Do you think we'll see Winterfell when we hear the Stark theme? Yeah, we will not see a lot of Winterfell, Dan. We will see Winterfell. We're definitely going to see the Stark. So we saw the teaser where Torrhen and everybody's swearing fealty to Rhaenyra. So we'll see them down at King's Landing. We shouldn't see Winterfell until probably season 2. There isn't. I won't. Again, without spoilers, somebody does go up there to ask for help, and then at the very end of this thing, we may see the Hour of the Wolf. And if you want me to talk about that, I'll be glad to. But it is kind of a general spoiler. But it won't be a Stark heavy. It's going to be really focused on Targaryen, Velaryon, and Hightower. Hello, Jan, 77,012. Woo woo. Yeah, we remember last week we did this thing where I put this up here. This is the only place you can see a live thing is in your YouTube dashboard. So I put up we did make it back to 77,000 last week. The problem is it's really odd. I don't feel any momentum going into this show, and I didn't really know what to expect either, because obviously it's a brand new show. People are still kind of weary. Some people think Dan and Dave are involved. So there's lots of weird things. People are still kind of like iffy about it. So I don't feel like a lot of momentum. I mean, the videos have been getting more views, but not really like they used to, obviously. Some channels are. That's good for them. But we've gained a net 12 over the whole 7 days, which is crazy to me. Usually, like Game of Thrones days, the few weeks before, leading up to the first episode, you're starting to pick up on everything. All the videos are getting views, subscribers are coming in. But it is what it is. We'll see what happens. It's a brand new show. We'll see what happens week 1. We'll give it a chance. But I am glad we're hopefully we can stay and not go back down below that again. We've done that like 5 times. Let's see. Shelly Howard, keep your personal beliefs out of the show. That was so weird of her. It really was, Shelly. And this is what I mean when people, Shelly, when you're talking, when we're talking about this kind of stuff, I know it can be a sensitive topic, but and I'll happily answer any questions about it, because I want to cover Lord of the Rings, right? I love Lord of the Rings. I think this show coming out has potential, but I'm really, really worried about it because it's become a political activism show. And I mean, as far as the actors, and when she did that for the House of the Dragon trailer, like, it was almost like, yeah, George, why are there not more women in power? It's like, you realize it's a show about medieval fantasy, and that's actually the idea of the story, right? It's like she almost attacked him, and it was very odd. It was very awkward. And you could tell that he was like, he started to spit these facts about history and almost schooled her, and I felt it was just very odd. If you want to be an activist, it's totally fine. Do your thing, but don't bring it to your TV shows. That's the problem with all these shows and what people have a problem with. You're not just some bad person because you criticize something. We always can criticize movies and shows and actors and directors and CGI, and you're not a bad person for questioning things. And I just don't understand that the outrage culture these days. But anyway, because I know Lord of the Rings is going to be controversial in a lot of ways, because will they not destroy, but will they follow Tolkien, or is it more activism on Amazon's part? We'll see. I'm going to give it a chance and be fair about it. But yeah, Sarah, Emma did. She did. She's an activist. She straight up says that, which is fine, but don't bring it to Comic-Con. Don't attack the author of the show you're in. I'm sure she'll be a great Rhaenyra. She looks really good as Rhaenyra. I'm sure she'll I'm sure she's a great actress, but it was really odd, and I just see more and more of that. And now you're seeing it with the Lord of the Rings stuff too, with the actors saying different stuff from the showrunners. So I'm worried about it, but not House of the Dragon. I think we're in good hands. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. Carol, I didn't see. I think I watched because Carol was there. We mentioned that last week, Carol, that you were at Comic-Con, and I watched some of the Lord of the Rings panel. I don't know if I saw all of it, but it seemed a lot more lively than the House of the Dragon. House of the Dragon was really odd. It was really awkward and weird. I don't know. It was really awkward. Well. There is Nata. Hello. What's up, Lord Kev? What's going on? I'm sorry. All right. Now I can get back to reading your comments. I didn't mean to go on a rant, but oh well. Marilyn Bentley. Hello, Marilyn. Yes, please smash the like button. If you're in here, hit that subscribe button if you would do me a huge favor. I don't think people really understand how much that helps the channel out when you hit subscribe by watching something that really signals to YouTube that people like it. Really be helpful. So thank you. Hopefully we can see that thing tick up a couple times. That'd be cool. But thank you guys either way. Meg Paul, I'm very politically oriented person, but you've got to understand when and not to inject politics. I agree, Meg. I totally agree. And me and Carol have talked about this several times privately about some of these shows and some things. And I don't care about your politics. I'm not going to not be your friend because you believe different from me. And I don't understand this climate. I really don't understand the climate of people hating other people because of who they voted for, or if they criticize a show for whatever reason. Some of them are valid points, and if people would just have conversations. But it's so hyper-politicized, and the problem is it starts to leak into our entertainment, and we watch all this stuff because we want to get away from that shit, and that's what drives me crazy about it. So everybody's welcome here. All opinions are welcome, and if I say an opinion, if somebody asks me a question, and you don't like the opinion, that's fine. That's fine. But we're adults. We've got to get the adults back in charge of this place, man. Evil Villain, the report about Jackson being snuffed is a big FU, honestly. Yeah, I saw a video thumbnail, Evil Villain, about that, but I didn't watch it, so I don't know the details yet. So I don't know what actually happened there, but I do know that Lord of the Rings fired the Tolkien expert. I do know that. I mean, and then they talked about working with him, but you fired him because he said what you could and couldn't do. So we'll see. Again, I'll give it a chance. It looks good. I just know that some things I've seen so far is not Lord of the Rings. That's just we'll talk about that later. Anyway, Marilyn, I'm sorry, I just got to your question. Are you covering Lord of the Rings? So more excited than coming month. Yeah, no, I want to for sure, Marilyn, but I will be honest about it, and I hope it's really good because I love Lord of the Rings. To me is the greatest story ever told. It's what I mean. You wouldn't have anything. You would not have Ice and Fire. You wouldn't have. Hey, by the way, the Crimson Gods. You wouldn't have, because it's a classic, right? You wouldn't have any. The Wheel of Time. You wouldn't have these books without Tolkien. And but the difference with this is Lord of the Rings is there's a lot of people willing to stand up and say, no, this is not Lord of the Rings, if that's the case, again. But from what we've seen, there are some things that are definitely not Lord of the Rings. Now, it looks like a great fantasy show, but again, I'll withhold judgment. I definitely want to talk about it. I learned Tolkien years and years ago, and I kind of forgot a lot of stuff. So the last couple of years, I've been reading again and trying to relearning some stuff and all that because I want to be prepared for that. But anyway, Riddick, hey, we're on camera here, buddy. We're live. It's okay. Let me let him out. He's his sister just got home. Hold on 1 second. He's gonna sit here and bark till she goes and says hello. Hold on 1 second. All right, buddy. Go stay. Hey, just go eat. Okay. Sorry about that. I heard Camden pulling up, and he's going to have to go say hello. So. Yeah, hopefully we can cover that, and hopefully it's really fucking good. I mean, I understand they have to make up some things for the second age. I get that totally. But we know Galadriel. We know Gil-galad. We know some of these characters, and I don't know. We'll see. What's up, ATC and other things? Hail, chat, and mods. Christian Cruz, Kathleen Kennedy ruined Star Wars. Yeah, well, right. You've heard my last Jedi rant. I won't go over that again. It wasn't necessarily her. She approved it, so it's under her watch for sure. But it was Ruin Johnson. I don't like. He tried to destroy these characters that we all loved growing up, and that was on purpose. And he just laughed about it and called us all, whatever ists because we didn't like the movie. Although I liked Rey. I love the character Rey. I just think they didn't do her right, and they certainly screwed up the old ones. They didn't do anything with Finn. I mean, anyway, we're not getting to Star Wars, but yes, these political things have to stop because we do all this to get away from real world crap, right? I mean, that's the whole point. And yeah, there's always politics in stories, but it's politics of those times that makes it intriguing. Not modern day stuff. It's crazy. What's up, Josh? How you doing? Kara, I bet it took you a while to. I bet you slept for 3 days after Comic-Con, didn't you? I couldn't imagine Comic-Con. I mean, Con of Thrones is one thing, but Comic-Con, like I followed you on Twitter that whole time, and you were in line like the night before for stuff. I could imagine that crap, man. Mike Williams ghosted PJ. What am I? Who's PJ? Mike. Taryn, glad you're back. Look, Taryn's made it 2 weeks in a row, ladies and gentlemen. She's back. Thank you, ATC, for the subscription. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. 77013. Let's keep that ticking up. That'd be cool. Marilyn Bentley, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Chris, cheers to continue to grow your channel. I'm so excited to engage with you. Happy I'm still a mod on here. You're so right about Tolkien. We have much to thank him for. Yeah, I mean, he's he changed the game, and you got to appreciate that, man. I mean, you don't have to, I guess, but it just worries me when people get a hold of things like that and start fucking with the material. But, again, I understand they have to make up some characters. That's fine. They have to make up some general stories because they have just a bunch of side notes to go by. But to I don't know, again, some of the things we saw, Galadriel, for example, we don't need her to have a sword and armor to be a badass. She's already a badass. I don't know why we need the warrior Galadriel. But anyway. Yes, let's see here. Yeah, let's see if we can get back, Maryland, on ATC. We got it. I'll feel better. And again, somebody yelled at me last week for talking about it because I've always been open and honest on this channel about things. I'll feel better when we get back to 83,500 because that's where we got something like that. It was somewhere in that area, and then we'll be back where we were on what was it, like May the whatever 2019 when Game of Thrones ended. That's when it like dropped off a cliff. So so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens season episode 1. There's just I don't know if people know what to expect, and I don't know. We'll see. I don't see any like ramp up to this show, but we're trying. Lee Vincent, hello. Doesn't cost you anything to hit that like button. Come on, people. Yes, thank you, Lee. Shelly, I'm tired of the racist woke discussion of the sea snake. I've been getting attacked because I am black and happy to see my people on the favorite show. Yeah, and see, Shelly, I actually talked about this before. There's a difference between woke and just common sense good decisions. There's an outrage culture on the other side that sees woke in everything, and I don't get that either. I try to be common sense about this stuff. Now, Corlys Velaryon is a white dude in the books. You read him white. He's got a picture on the page of Fire and Blood. His children are described. Okay, fine. But in this case for TV, it makes perfect sense. It doesn't mean because you swap somebody for this show that it's a bad thing. Think about it. You're going to watch a show with a bunch of pale-skinned, white-haired, purple-eyed people. 2 families of that. Why would you... And with a lot of similar names with Y's, like I always say, So Steve Toussaint is a great actor. It doesn't affect the story. It doesn't affect Rhaenyra's kids, even though she'll be married to his son, who would be mixed or whatever. I hate all this. I hate all the labels. I can't stand it. But I do understand the idea behind criticizing things like that. But in this case, it is not a woke move. It just makes sense for new people, and you want to bring new people in. It's marketing and all that stuff together. So it's ridiculous on both extremes, like everything, right? You can be concerned and say, oh, okay, why did they change this character who's clearly this in the books? Because you're going away from the source material. Doesn't mean you're a racist. You can also say, okay, it makes sense in this case. It's not woke because of this, and this, like I just said. And you're also not like a shield, right? Shelley, that's what I'm saying. So I get it. It's dumb. And there's a handful of assholes who send the actors messages and you're a piece of shit. If you do that, I don't care if you didn't like the Star Wars character Rose or whatever, or you don't like the Lord of the Rings stuff or Steve Toussaint. If you send the actors messages who are just doing a job that they were hired for, you're a piece of shit. You can have a discussion about the things and what your opinions are, and that's fine, but you should not be attacking the people who were hired to the job, period. Stefan, the homie LML, went to premiere and he is giving episode 1 a 10 out of 10. I was beyond disinterested in this, but after hearing reviews, non-spoiler, I'm fucking hyped, serious, 180. Very good, man. I hope so. Yeah, I saw that he got invited and went. I didn't watch his review because I didn't want to watch anything and get any kind of, because I got an idea what we're going to see. I think I did a couple videos on it. But I saw where he got invited and went. That was cool. It's cool to see YouTubers being reached out to for things like that. But yeah, no, I didn't watch it because I just want to go into it completely fresh, even though I kind of know what's happening, obviously. But anyway. Burt Bishop, I was just about to say that. It's an hour I can enjoy without a real world bullshit. I agree. Just keep your, do what you want to do in real life. That's fine, but leave it out of our the entertainment, But that's why you got a lot of independent media coming up too. My guy I support, Young Rippa. He is Eric July. He's the lead singer in a band. He is a comic channel, but he also talks politics, political stuff in modern day sense of entertainment. This dude just launched his own comic series and raised, I think it's almost $4 million. He's a good dude. He's on the Blaze TV sometimes, and he's fairly political, but he's very independent, and he's not very common sense, dude who talks about interjecting politics into comics and characters and all that kind of stuff. And I tend to agree with him on a lot of these things, but you have extremes on either side that I can't identify with. Anyway, ATC, is there any indication of how many seasons House of Dragon will be? I think, to my knowledge, the idea, ATC, is to do 3 to 4 of this era, and then they actually may move to a different era in the same show. So that would mean they would recast everybody and say go back to Aegon's Conquest. So the Dance of the Dragons, 3 to 4 seasons. I imagine 4. I'll say 4. And then they can do what they want, go forward or backward in time. Carol, I will say the Lord of the Rings panel was way better than the House of Dragon panel. Yeah, it seemed like it. It was just it seemed awkward, and then they don't let them ask enough questions. Like, they didn't let people ask questions, man. I hate that, man. Let people ask questions. Stop being afraid to answer a question. Iron Mods, thank you for the subscription, Iron Mods. Really appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Carol Brown, thank you for the super chats as well. All hail Lord Commander SmokeScreen, first of his name, ruler of the Southern Plains. Ooh, well, I like it. Long may he reign over the 100K, soon to become one of us. Awesome. Thank you, Carol Brown. Thank you so much, Carol. I really appreciate that. Carol, you're already a patron on Patreon, so I really, really appreciate it. Let me scroll down. Why am I that far behind? I'm sorry. I got on rants and I'm behind. What's up, Musi? How are you? Stefan, 100K by October? Shit, we better be. Look, we're not growing but 2 a day. We got to be hitting 1,000 a day, 500 a day for something like that, man. Just put out some edited videos on House of the Dragon. No, I got a whole playlist, man. There's a whole playlist out there, man. I've done like 60. I did the characters. I did all that stuff, what to expect. There's only so much you can do at this point, right? We're just kind of waiting now. But yeah, no, those videos are not, they do well when I put them out, but they don't there's no, you know what I'm saying? In before, if I would put out a trailer video for House of the Dragon, like season 7 or 8 or whatever, that's going to be pretty big video. And then all the other ones, like the theory videos and all that stuff leading up to that season would be picked up as well and start doing pretty damn good. But this time I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing quick flash in the pan and, get a little bit of subscribers and you lose them again. So I don't know. It's odd. Some channels are doing really well. Robert in Deep Geek, he just hit 400,000 subscribers. Congrats to him. I think David LML is doing really good now. That's cool. So there's different channels getting mixed up in the algorithm. I'm kicked out of it. I have been for a while, so I don't know I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll give it a shot. What's up, Peter Griffin? Yeah, Carol gives me the greatest. She's got the greatest name. She'll list these long names. That's the first one. That's the first time, though, Carol, you did ruler of the Southern Plains. We used to be king of North Carolina and all that stuff. King in the North Carolina. But she's got the greatest titles. Pride is a dream like the crow, or the crow is like a dream. Just kidding, Peter. Stefan, the guy looks to be a great actor. Yeah, Steve Toussaint is an outstanding actor. I think he'll make a great Corlys Velaryon. I know there's still going to be a handful of people that have issues with it. And again, look, here's the thing. Let me just say this and I'll be done with the whole thing, because it's just, to me, in this case, it's just not a political thing. It's more of a common sense thing to me. And of course, it's marketing. You want to get more people involved. But look, it's not going to affect the story. And it makes sense for the screen to me. It just makes sense to me. But I will, the other thing is, let's not pretend to go back in the books and find some evidence that his mom was a Summer Islander or whatever. Maybe they'll explain that in the show. I don't really care if they do or not. And that's fine for this generation of Velaryons, but we have to be honest about it. They used to not be. If they make them that way now, and George R. R. Martin is the author, he's involved, he's obviously aware and approves of this, who am I to question that, right? But for the history of House Velaryon, you got to remember, Aegon the Conqueror's mother was a Velaryon. I mean, they intermarried for a reason. So for people to make videos and go, look, it makes sense. He's probably this way in the books, or here's some evidence. There's no evidence of that. So let's just be honest about it. But the decision's good. It's good for TV, and it's good for everybody, and it's good for Steve Toussaint. I think it's going to be a great Corlys Velaryon. I mean, he's going to be a badass. He'll be a fan favorite, I think. So if people can just understand that and think about it from just a simple perspective of that, it's not, everything is not woke, Again, I understand people being having issues with some of that stuff. Doesn't make them bad people. But also on the other side of it is like everything is not that way just because you believe it is. So anyway, Meg Paul, very well said, Chris. Reflecting on our real world is normal. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I mean, look, it is a different time. I mean, obviously, you're going to have politics, right? This whole series is a classical feminist argument. It just is. This whole story is about that. Classical feminism. But the cool thing about it is when you get into this story, and this is going to be a minor spoiler, you have a woman, Rhaenyra, who is named heir to the Iron Throne. You have Queen Alicent, who was her best friend, right? They're going to show this relationship. You'll see it in the first episode, first probably 4 or 5, before we get into some of the things that happen. But when it comes down to changing the world and changing the game, breaking the wheel, as Danny once said, very famously, Alicent chooses to go with the status quo. So there's going to be a lot of that too. So she could have supported her best friend, but she wanted the power through her son. Anyway, we'll let everybody argue about the blacks and the greens and whose team you're on once the show starts. But there are politics involved, but let's leave the modern stuff out of it, and let's focus on the medieval stuff, the all that stuff. That's what makes it good. Let the story stand first, and then worry about all these other things. The difference is some of these people, movies, TV shows, they put politics first and the story last, and then they're wondering why it fails, and they just call everybody a whatever ist because they don't like it. Let's see. Steve is amazing. I think he really will be. Mark Andrus, you will get there for sure, bud. House of Dragon will launch your channel over 100K and then some. Just keep on the great content. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Hope so. We'll see. The difference is here, Mark, is I'm not that I'm worried. It's just it is what it is I can't do a lot of theory videos because we kind of know what happens, but we can do some small little theories on details, right? For example, I got one here for you for people who know, and I'll try to say this without spoiling anything. And for people who've read the books, you'll get what I mean, and I don't mean any disrespect for people who didn't read the books. I just want to say, like, for example, theory time. Did Daemon have anything to do with the availability of Rhaenyra to marry him? There's a thing we could talk about, right, when it happens. Or I'd have to do a video with spoiler warnings or whatever. So what I'm saying is there's a couple little things you can do like that. Was a particular fire in Harrenhal an accident? There's some things like that we could talk about. So we'll see that kind of stuff. But we can't really do like in-game stuff, because we know where this ends. Aria is the best. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Hold on. What am I missing here? I'm sorry. Let me scroll down and catch up. I apologize. I missed a couple things here. Let's see. Yeah, Lady Dennis. No, I know, and we'll talk about this later. Galadriel's a warrior. The first kinslaying was her first battle, but she didn't lead any armies and all that stuff. Is what we're saying. And in this show, it's clearly she's like the leader of this thing to go after Sauron. What they need to do in like the teasers, what I don't like is they didn't say they brought up Sauron, right? Which is going to obviously be the focus, and I'm glad that it is. I want to see all this happen. They should have been like Morgoth or whatever, Melkor or whatever has been defeated, and his lieutenants are still perhaps roaming around Middle Earth. Sauron hid out for 500 years, but now we're gonna shrink down 2,000 years of time into a couple years. There's gonna be people that meet that were never even alive at the same time. Those are good things like that. She was never slinging a sword around. Why does she have to swing a sword around to be? It's just she's more of a mage, leader, powerful character in that sense, as far as like leading armies. She never did that stuff. That's what we're saying. Hell yeah, Rippa. Yeah, I actually reached out to Eric. He hadn't replied. He's so busy. I had an idea of the Crimson Gods graphic novel, and that would be something cool to partner with him on. But I'm sure he's got plenty of writers and stuff. But I did reach out. We'll see if he ever replies if he has time. He's in the middle of this big launch. It's really cool. It's really cool to see people that they're on YouTube talking about comics and stories and whatever they love, and with these communities like this that we all enjoy hanging out, and then they launch their own stuff. I really love to see it. Quinn, I showed you Quinn's book a couple of times, his graphic novel, Tadia, which I have right back here. You can see it on top of my computer right there. Obviously, I have a book out, so I really enjoy seeing people kind of expand and have that independent mind. And you don't have to be a big company to put out some awesome content, man. Books and graphic novels and, whatever it may be. Shelly, this is what I'm glad I found this, Shelly. I was wanting to see your follow up. Chris, exactly. I totally agree every day, and I get some smart ass telling me I'm a part of the problem, that the show is pandering to my kind. Yeah, I mean, look, people are going to have opinions, and it is what it is. And I don't know. I don't know what people said to you in particular, obviously. But I just think that there are legitimate questions, sure, but I don't know how they're raising them to you, and there's no need to attack people. Just people just have a conversation. That's what. Instead of like yelling talking points, we need to have a conversation. There are legitimate concerns about stuff like that, but once you like sit down and talk about things, you probably agree on a lot more than you think. So, is there some marketing involved, Shelly? Sure. I mean, who wouldn't? It only makes sense, right? You're trying to expand. I would love for everybody to go pick up Tolkien tomorrow and read the books. And it's accessible to anybody out there. So sure, there's some, there's in a sense, I wouldn't say pandering. Is there marketing involved? Sure. You want to be more people involved, and that's a good thing, But there are some points where there's some issues for sure, and I'm not talking about House of the Dragon, obviously, but let's see. Oh, Sean, hell yeah, Ripper. Yeah, Ripper's the man. I'm glad I ordered a hard copy of his first book, and I look forward to what he's going to start shipping, I believe, next month. But they're ready. They're there. It's going to be cool to see his own Rippaverse. But that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool to write some stuff for Rippa. That's what I sent him. I sent him some messages. We'll see if he ever responds. Sam Jackson is Nick Fury. Yeah, exactly. Everybody loves fucking Sam Jackson. Leslie, I'm still awake. I just came in now. The chat is discussing woke because not everyone is white. What? I guess not everyone is a white man. So anyways, hi, SmokeScreen. Hello, Leslie. No, yeah, we were just talking about some of the. We're not going to make this a big topic. I refuse to discuss. Not discuss, but just just make the whole thing about politics. But we're just saying, both sides. There's just kind of dumb arguments in some sense, and some things are not necessarily. There are fair arguments as well. And let's talk about it, not name call, is what I was saying. Essentially, but yeah, I mean, there's definitely an aspect to some things like that for sure. But the other side, again, is like I was saying, is just not everywhere you're looking. It's just not. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Vagisurge. Get that mini fresh feeling from basement to ceiling. Vagisurge. I'm sorry. I saw a big kid somewhere here post that. I just passed it. There's Mazuma. Mazuma, maybe you can answer. Is there going to be a Twitch cooking stream from the mountains next week? We'll see. Let's see. Dazzle Spark, late, but you cut off, Dazzle. Hello, Dazzle. How are you? No bar. You think they will use some Game of Thrones soundtrack? Oh yeah. Rahman is back. He's awesome. He's outstanding. His music is badass. He does Westworld too, by the way. And that new episode's out tonight. I think we have 2 more. Tonight's and next week's is the finale. Yeah, they'll definitely mix in some. You'll hear that familiar thing. It won't be like exactly, but you'll definitely hear. I mean, I have no doubt. I could be wrong. I can't imagine them not using the God sound because it is Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, right? So, Glyph, you need to stop getting baited into these conversations. Let's talk about the show. No, I agree, Glyph. I was just wanting to mention those things and kind of get them out of the way because I know there's going to be continuous questions about that stuff when it starts. And I'm not afraid of addressing it. I'm not a political channel. But I know we were mentioning Lord of the Rings because I do want to cover that, but I am worried about the show. I am worried about it changing, essentially, kind of going against what Tolkien himself said. I just think it's disrespectful to the author, and I would think the same about any author. So yeah, I don't want to dwell on it for sure. Kobe Grant, hope House of Dragon redeemed its reputation after the fact season 8 sucks. Yeah, no, I think Kobe. I think if you don't know Fire and Blood, you will either way. If you read it or not, I think you will absolutely love this show. If you can kind of put that season 8 debacle out of the way, however you feel about it. Again, I don't want to dwell on that either. People get mad at me for not liking season 8, but a lot of people didn't. But this is an outstanding story. It's an outstanding time period. Daemon Targaryen, for me, is one of my favorite all-time Targaryens. I think that'll be the case for a lot of people. Rhaenyra, I won't, again, we'll talk about some general spoiler stuff probably, but you get to decide. Blacks are the greens, and everybody's gray. There's the gray characters. There's not like going to be, I can't think of like an example where there's a standout hero like Jon Snow, for example, right? Or Dany for most of her life in Game of Thrones. That's what's going to be great about this, because they're all good and they're all terrible, and we'll see what happens. Mickey Mac, there he is. What's up, man? Great to see the stream again, Chris. Don't forget see it live. Time difference. Everyone buy the book. Yes, thank you, man. Yeah, we that's when we're streaming at this time, obviously Eastern Standard Time, because this is when the show will end at 10:30 or 10:15, depending on the length. And so I'll pop right up here. I saw. Hold on now. What's up, Lady Jen? Oh Lord, she came with the who dat. She came with the who dat. Stefan, I mentioned that dialogue and filling in the blanks. George is an active executive producer, so I'll accept the show events as canon. Yeah, they will be considered canon for sure. I mean, you got Ryan Condal, who's written the majority of it, and he knows he's like right there with them. So the author is directly involved. Who am I to say anything about it? It will definitely what they're doing is going to take Eustace's mushrooms, all these different accounts of Fire and Blood, and kind of pick the truth in the middle, I'm assuming, is the way they described it, I believe. Diane Harris, hey, gotta go. My poor fur baby is having a bad dream. Uh-oh, Diane. Well, hope he's doing okay, or he or she. Whenever Riddick starts to have a little dream where I hear him barking or running in his sleep, I just kind of like call for making noise, and he'll usually snap out of it and go back to sleep. Meg Paul's fighting with Nightbot. That's always fun. Can't be late, Dazzle Spark. I was late too on purpose. Mark, you could add book color and in-depth character context after they're introduced for the in-between bids after episode reacts. I never read Dance of the Dragon, so I'd watch you do that. You're saying you're talking about post-chat or post-show, Mark, right? Add book color and in-depth character context after they introduce. Yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure in more depth. I mean, I have some videos out there now that, essentially everything is some type of spoiler because we know what happens. So there's that for sure. But yeah, I mean, I got plenty of videos out there that tells you the overall and some detailed stuff about, for example, Rhaenyra or Daemon or Otto Hightower or whoever. But yeah, we get to see the actual dialogue, which will make the huge difference. So we'll get to talk about that stuff. Tressa, thank you for rejoining the channel, by the way. Lady Jen, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I didn't see a question, Lady Jen, but make sure you type that in if you meant to type one. But thank you, Tressa. I think we're like up to 20 members now, I think. So let's see. Tressa's saying, turning in my milestone chat when there would be a Crimson Gods live stream. I miss it. Book's wonderful, but I got questions. Hey, Tressa, we had one, actually. We'll do another one. I'll damn sure be glad to do another one. We actually had a full, I remember I waited for like months because I wanted people to have the chance to get the book and read it, all that stuff, and we did a full live stream. If you want to find that, if Ahmad can find that link to give to Tressa, that would be cool, and I'll be glad to do another one. We may do some Patreon like only streams too, and we can talk about all it, because I wanted to make sure I waited. You understand, if you've read the book, how I can't talk about it unless you've read it, so we did a spoiler stream. That would be cool. But yeah, I'm always happy to talk about it, man. So thank you, Tressa, Lady Jen. I really appreciate it as well. Jon Snow Rules, hello. How are you? All is well. And we got a couple weeks, man. Maryland, where is the sidekick? And that's where I saw JB Balls. What's up, JB? How you doing? Where's James at? You making him watch out? I am going to make him. I don't think he's going to make the live streams though because of his schedule. I've had to mention this every week because everybody's asking. I've talked to him about it for months now. I made him watch the trailers, and he's like, it looks really cool. I'm really not as excited as you are about it, but I was like, but he said, of course, you wasn't excited about Game of Thrones either until he started watching it. So it's just about his schedule. So I don't think he's going to be here. I don't know if he'll like he didn't want to come over, watch the show, get on a live stream, and we'll be going till 12:31 at night, and then he's got to work really early. So James hadn't been here in a while. That's just the nature of the schedule. So, which is why the podcast has not really done anything either, because we did a separate podcast, obviously. Jon Snow, I started reading Dunk and Egg and really wanted to show on that soon. Yeah, no, I agree. I said earlier, you heard me last week, Jon Snow. I think Dunk and Egg will probably be the second show that's like greenlit, I'd imagine. But there's only 3 seasons, right? So just do a miniseries until he does more books, and then you can add more. Dunk and Egg are some outstanding stories. Let's see. Let's see, Mazuma. Yeah, great question. Can I get the Tolkien books at my local library? You can, Mazuma. If you go to your local library up there in New York City, you'll see it on the sign. It'll say New York City Public Library. You should be able to go in and get a version of Tolkien's book, probably several, actually. So I think that's certainly a possibility. Check it out, Mazuma. Check out a library sometime. I'm sure you got a couple there in New York City. Carol Brown, House of the Dragon, Season 1, Episode 1 needs to rock the nerdyverse right out of the gate. I think it will. I think we'll see some movement on that night. We'll see what happens. You remember Season 7, Episode 1. It was just like, okay, we're going to do a live stream. It's going to be cool. And then if you remember, I don't know, 5,000 people showed up to 8,000 at one point, live trending. It was crazy. And then Carol was there all by herself with the mods, which is why we got so many wrenches up in here. Peter Griffin, Jack the Ripper still popping. What, Peter? I'm sorry. What do you mean, Jack the Ripper? What? We're talking about Eric July the Ripper, the Young Ripper 59, his channel. There you go. Thank you, Randy. Randy's got that right there for you, Tressa. Randy, thank you, Randy, for posting that link. Yeah, that's the live stream we did. It's got a lot of spoilery stuff. So maybe it'll answer some of your questions. But I'll be glad to do another one. I just don't know, like, how do you know when to do a book review or spoiler talk, because people have to read the damn thing. Stephen and James working that poll. Yeah, he is, man. He is. For sure. What's up, DJ Big Leg? How you doing, man? Feasting at barbecues. I need some barbecue. I had just some damn soup for supper. I didn't have no good food. Jon Snow, I started reading Dunk and Egg because of you. Thank you for making the House of the Dragon less painful. Very cool, man. Yeah, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is the book. You can get all 3 stories in. You can buy them separately, or at least you used to could. I don't know if you can buy them separately anymore. But Night of the Seven Kingdoms is some really, really good stories. I love that story, or the idea of the story. Young Aegon running around with Sir Duncan the Tall. Yeah, no, that's why I said that, JB. Yeah, that's where Mazuma is, and he's making fun of me. I don't say live Barry. I know a lot of rednecks that do though. So we're always we got so many jokes, man. Paula Marie, hello, Paula. How are you? It was so much fun. Yeah, these are absolutely. In fact, you're talking about the live streams. They were so fun, man. They were so cool. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's kind of like starting over. I don't know what to expect anymore as far as like House of the Dragon and will people love it? Will people not care? Or people still mad at Got? All that stuff. We'll see. I think people will watch it, though. I think it'll blow up. But, hey, look, there's a lot of great channels out there now, a lot more than when back in the day when it was just like Teflon and BarTube, and then a couple others, and then I came in and Val, and now there's just like everybody's talking about it. A lot of bigger channels than mine that they kind of suck up all the views, I guess. But that's fine. That's cool. We'll still do our thing, which is good. I'm not. I'm happy for them. Yeah. Yeah, Carol talked about this. You talked about this, Carol. I was about to lose my mind up in here with that many people. It was crazy. And then we had our little get-together, proto-con, which a lot of people wouldn't even get these days. And Carol actually talked about that there. She wanted to do her little story time for sure, because that was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Jay is bored. I declare mutiny. Rise up against the wrench overloads. That's the reason though, Jay, for real, man. Back in the day, I mean, it just like exploded. Teflon had that awesome stream that was promised where we all got to like pass off streams to each other. And we had like Teflon came on my channel during like whatever leg of the stream it was. Because what we were doing was going from streamer to streamer, 2 people, and then one would join the next one and the other one would go away. The next one would join the next one and so forth. So we had 8 different streams. It was a stream. Really good idea Tony had. And Tony came on my channel before we went to Phil's channel. Yeah. Tony came on my channel before I went to Phil, the issues guy. Then we joined his channel, and then he joined somebody else's and kept the thing going. And I think there was like 800 people watching us and Tony. And I was like, damn, 800, because we had like, 250 people maybe up to that point, and then I was like, damn, there's 800 people. And that was before the show ever came on. That was like at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And then that night, I mean, my good God, I mean, that I did the episode 1 video of the Boston University, their season 8 version, and it blew up to like 1 million views. And then the live stream just exploded. And we were like, what the hell is going on? It was really cool. Yeah, Jon Snow. So yeah, this will you're mostly going to see King's Landing, Dragonstone, and you're going to see a lot of Driftmark too, by the way. Driftmark has never been explored, and obviously on Game of Thrones. You're going to see a lot of Driftmark because it's going to focus on the Valarians too. They were very much intertwined. So it will be cool to see that new location. Yeah, Phil's fun, man. Phil's fun, Randy. He's fun. I enjoyed going on his show because he had the whole call-in thing. It was so cool to me. He's always had the call-in thing where you called in and he had the 800 number and shit, like a real talk show. It was really cool. He streams on Twitch too, by the way. If anybody's on Twitch, I know a few people hang out with me on Twitch. Phil is now streaming on Twitch. He was streaming Elden Ring the last time I dropped in. Stephen, Christian McCaffrey leads in total yards from the line of scrimmage, a touchdown this season, getting a discount fan. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, 100%. He's going to be used every play until he gets hurt again. Carol, yeah, it was like raids before raids was a thing. Exactly. It was insane. It was cool. A little overwhelming, I would say, especially for Carol, because when you get a big stream going, you have bots. You have all the damn bots come in trying to sell you something or, make you famous or, sex bots. All that bullshit was happening. So I was like, okay, you get a wrench. Anyway, oh shit. I lost my. That's right, Carol. Yeah, 1,500 people in the waiting room 30 minutes before. That's right. And we were like, what the fuck? I mean, we were in the background before we went live going, what? It was cool. Jon Snow, I think House of Dragon could reference 10,000 ships to set up the lore just in case. Yeah, no, 100%, man. I believe they probably would. I don't think 10,000 ships, though, will... I said this last week. I don't think that it will be... maybe eventually, but I don't think it would make it to a pilot or a series or whatever before like Dunk and Egg. I just don't know if there's enough there. I mean, there's plenty of story, but he would have to go in and write a lot of fill-in stuff about the Rhoynar and Nymeria, and there is a lot of stuff on it, but I don't know if they have a show for it. You know what I mean? Like maybe a season. I don't know. But yeah, they'll mention that stuff just in case. They'll certainly reference it for sure. What's up, Rice in Return? I think if Jon Snow's show goes long, they'll have some the Arya stuff. What is dead may never die, even for shows. Yeah, man, we were talking about before. They have to. They can't do a Jon Snow show and it just be Jon Snow and Tormund. They just can't up north. He's got to come back to Westeros. And you go back to Westeros, you got to go to Winterfell. You got to go to King's Landing. You got to see Bran. You got to see Brienne. You got to see Sansa. Maybe Arya comes back home. I don't know. You just can't carry that with Jon Snow along and have it completely up north. We said that before, so I don't think that's going to work. So hopefully they'll get some of those actors involved, and I wish they'd bring Daenerys Targaryen back, but that's a whole other conversation. Hunja, what's up, man? Proto Mods, Lady Sandra, Bolton. It's a Bolton. Yes, exactly. She is a Bolton for sure. Yeah, we had the whole Proto thing going on, didn't we? Mother of Dragon. What did you said something? I see. Becky, you're talking to Becky. Now we could just get the other girls to get in on this, and then get him to stumble on it live. Hey, Carol Brown, Meg Paul, what do you think about Chris and his sexy Southern voice? Oh, Lord have mercy. You know me, a cowboy. Jesus. JB, filling out the SmokeScreen bingo card. What? Bingo card? Uh-oh. What we got on the SmokeScreen bingo card? All right, I'm trying to... Sorry. Trying to figure out where I'm at. What's up, Erie fan? What in the hell? I never got notified. You know how YouTube is. It's broke half the time. Kianush, I believe. Kishani. I apologize if I mispronounced. What happened to Bacall's Geek? She was going to school, and I think it stopped YouTube. That's all I know. I don't know. I don't know if she's doing it again or what. Leslie, do subscriber only for live streams to squash the bots. Well, I can't technically do that as a YouTube thing, Leslie, but I can do Patreon only live streams because it allows it. But I can't set a live stream, I don't think, to my knowledge, of subs only. I can do like you can on Twitch, you can do follower only chat, but you can't really do that on YouTube. Now I can do that in the sense of channel members. I can do that. Channel memberships, if there's enough people be interested in something like that would join the channel, or like Patreon, whatever, but that's a separate thing, obviously. But there's a way to do that. So that's a whole separate thing. But I've always hated the idea of a paywall, but you got to be honest, to make money in this game, you have to have Patreon and memberships and merch or whatever. You have to. But I can't technically do that and there's no subscriber only thing that I'm aware of. Maybe there is. But I can certainly check. But you can do member only live streams for sure. And I'd be happy to do that. Let's see. Voodoo darling, love the voice. I'm still pushing for that calendar. Oh Lord. Voodoo darling. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. What is that? No, go away. Calendar. Yeah, that was never really a thing. That was really Mizuma and Doc, pushing that thing. Mother Dragon was pushing that thing. We said, actually, it was supposed to be the ladies of SmokeScreen, and we were supposed to get all the pictures and put them together, and we would have done that for sure. But y'all just got that confused. There's Zara with the Crimson Gods Red Lotus is what that's supposed to be. Ocean Mist, how are you? Jay Smith, I wasn't mad they brought back Peter Dinklage to play Mushroom House of Dragon. Yeah, we need to see Mushroom, man. I think we'll probably like see him in the background or something, but to my knowledge, they didn't cast any main character, and he wouldn't really be a main character, I guess. He would be just kind of somebody always there. So maybe we'll see Mushroom. I hope to see him, but you can't bring Peter Dinklage back. I don't think it's too close since it's the same actual story. I mean, you can make him look a lot different for sure, but yeah, Marilyn, no, that's exactly the Jon Snow. That's what people are saying. I want an Arya show. They are. Oh, hell, Marilyn. Oh, easy now. All Chris does it for me. His accent, his attitude, his personality is super easy on the I'm happily married woman, but my hubby is very aware of my Chris crush. I'm sorry, Mr. Bentley. Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Marilyn. I appreciate that. I'm flattered. I just dropped that 808. What? Oh, shit. To hell with Dinklage, he got all those other midgets fired. Who did he get fired? Did he get somebody fired, Jay? I know he had some stupid shit to say about this show, but who did he get fired? Are we talking about like from GOT? Sub only boxes out us poors, Meg Paul. What? No. There's no. You can't like literally do it. You can, like I said, you can do subscriber. I'm sorry. You have to remember, I play with Twitch and YouTube. A Twitch follow is the same as a YouTube subscription. A Twitch subscription is the same as a channel membership on YouTube. So you can do the channel members only stuff, but you can't do subscriber only stuff. Eerie fan, will there be a dragon fight above the Isle of Faces? They seem not to want to put that place in the show. Without spoilers, yes, absolutely. And we have to see Harrenhal, so we should see the God's Eye, the lake, in turn, hopefully, the actual island. So, yes, there has to be the fight there. Again, we won't get into spoilers because there's some really cool and horrible things that happen. There's a couple fights over there, actually. But, yes, we have to see that. So, will they give us a little Isle of Faces? And plus, remember, later on, Adam Valerian, again, without major spoilers, just some minor little things, he'll be a later character. We won't see him immediately. He'll come later. But we will see him supposedly go there, and maybe we actually see him on the Isle with the Green Seers or the Green Men or whatever, the children. So they're going to add some magical elements to this show. We talked about that last week for sure. Because we got, for example, there's a werewood. Obviously, we saw the pictures of Rhaenyra and Alicent, young Rhaenyra and Alicent, in King's Landing. There is no werewood in the books in King's Landing. The heart tree in King's Landing is an old oak. So they are going to. So now in the show, they have, again, assuming that is King's Landing, and there's no other place it really should be, because they're not hanging out together young like that on, some other place. That's going to be the Godswood. But, yeah, if they got a werewood tree and we got Harrenhal, which remember, Harrenhal is haunted. Me and Gray Area talked about this 4 years ago. I watched a video the other night, just randomly came up my feed. I actually sent her a thing and tagged her in on the community tab. We talked about all this stuff. Harrenhal is haunted because they used all the werewoods to build it inside, but Heron the Black kept a werewood tree there. So that could be Harrenhal. The point being that if you have a Godswood with a werewood tree, they're going to put magical elements in it. So, yeah, we're going to see some stuff that we don't get in the books that are details. So I'm down for it. We'll see. So they'll do some shout outs and some, references and nods to the original show and the threat to come. We may learn, in other words, that Viserys is, and I did this video, so this will be a potential spoiler. So let me just say that really quickly. Potential spoiler. It's not a big thing necessarily. Viserys in the books is a pretty plain guy. Obviously in the show, you heard the teaser where he has these dreams. It was in the teaser, so it's not a spoiler there. But and I did a video a week ago. Last week, what was it? Did Aegon know? So it's been a long-standing theory for years and years. I talked about it 3 years ago or 4 years ago. I did a video on it then, and I used part of that video in this new one. Aegon may have known about the coming White Walkers, and that's why he decided to conquer Westeros. So, if that's the case, does Viserys would know Aegon's secret, or whatever he thought was going to happen prophetically? It's something that would probably be passed down from king to king. So Viserys may know that. We'll see if they go that route. But Viserys may know something about the coming threat. Not the details, obviously. So yeah, we'll definitely get some of that. Hold on. Leslie, so I watched the last of Trial Watch live streams. They have it set to subscriber only, so comment. Yeah, I know there's a slow mode. Maybe there is. I have never looked into a subscriber only thing. There very well could be, because I set these up every week and I've never seen an option like to do the subs only. If you say there's a way, there's a way. Sure. I've just never seen it or looked into it. But yeah, I know there's slow mode for sure. We tried to turn on slow mode for those streams that were crazy, but it doesn't help. I mean, it was literally a blur. I know y'all see the kind of ticking up or whatever when people type, but we see it on this end, me and James at the time. It was literally in those days a blur. I had to physically grab the chat with my mouse and stop it just to read anything. Becky, good night all. I got my Chris fixed. Time to sleep. Have a good one, Becky. Thank you for hanging out. I apologize. I know I missed some questions through here. I apologize. Just if you don't mind, retype them. I'll get on some rants. I'm sorry. Yes, Meg Paul, we will meet Harwin Strong. She's asking, do we think we'll meet Harwin Strong? Are they going the route with paternity? No, he's in the show. You see him, I believe, if you remember the trailer, which I can actually pull this up, I believe. The original teaser, let me look. I think I've downloaded this. Let me look right here. Let's see. I'll just pull it up on YouTube. Hold on. Let me pull it up right here really quick. The original, not the full trailer, but the original teaser. Let's see, House of the Dragon teaser. Damn it. Because that's what I was saying earlier too, Meg, about the Strongs. There's a certain fire at Harrenhal. Let's see, first teaser? I think it's this one. Let me pull this over here for a second and move my chat for a second. So I apologize. Let me, just to show you, let me make this full screen. Let me go to display, and I think this will be, okay, let's see. I can't play this, but I can kind of scroll through. I believe it was this one. Wherever we first saw Rhaenyra, this may not be it. Whenever we saw her wedding. Right there. This is not the shot I was thinking about, but this should be Harwin Strong. because Damon's going to be sitting over here, I think, when they walk in, the Valarians. But it's during the dance scene. That's Jason, them. Maybe it's the other one. I guess maybe it's not this teaser. But there's a scene where Damon's sitting at the table, right? And I believe that's Harwin Strong beside him. And it's when somebody walks in because Damon's not in his armor. But I believe this would be the scene right here. I believe this would be the scene where Damon was sitting here and Harwin Strong would be here. So we should definitely 100% see them for sure. Why is that not on? Okay. Anyway, I'll go back. Anyway, there is a scene. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. All right, let me do that. Move that back. Nope. All right, sorry. Ari, Fan Geek, what's going to be better, Lord of the Rings on Amazon or House of the Dragon? I was talking about early, Ari. I don't know what the I don't know what's going on with Lord of the Rings yet. And I'm still going. I'm gonna wait till it comes on to form an opinion. I want to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk about it if it's a big shit show and it's just all political and people are arguing about it. So I'm worried about it. I think there's some things so far that's made me question what they're doing. There's some articles, obviously, that they put out themselves. There's been a lot of fan backlash, and they had pieces ready to go. And so there's a lot of things that I don't like that I see, and there's things that look cool. So I want to talk about it, but I think as of right now, House of the Dragon is going to be the bigger thing. And I know that's weird to say, but I think there's been a lot of backlash for sure. Just again about the stuff they've put out. So I don't know about better. I think as far as a show goes, House of the Dragon. But could Lord of the Rings still be good? Sure. I'm going to hold judgment till we see it. Lori Loves Dragons. Hello, SmokeScreen. I've watched your channel when your original series was running. This is my first ever live stream with you. This is my first ever. What are your perks for join? Oh, very cool, Lori. Thank you, Lori. So if you click the little thing, you should be able to see like you get emojis. You get a join only chat. Like post thing. So it'll be like the community tab. So instead of going, I can post things to the community only, behind the scenes or links, unlisted videos. It's kind of like a level of Patreon, only it's through YouTube. You get emojis. You see Mother Dragon here. You see beside her name, or Zara as well. There's a little logo beside your name in all chats and comments. You get access to the emojis. And by the way, we're updating all these emojis. We got to bring some new emojis in. So I need anybody a good emoji person, by the way. If anybody knows a good emoji person, send me an email. We need some updated like House of the Dragon emojis and stuff for sure. So I want to update all that. And then so there's 2 levels so far, but I need to go in and tweak some stuff as well. The same things are kind of built into Patreon, but either one is fine. It all helps me out in a big way. So I appreciate if anybody decides to join the channel or join Patreon. Either way is fine with me. But yeah, so that's what joining is. So you get to use like these that nobody else can use. And again, these are lots of older stuff that we'll be updating. So I just posted a bunch of emojis. Some of these are from Twitch and all that stuff, but there you go. Zara was posting some stuff now. So yeah, we need to update all this stuff anyway, so I'm glad you said that. But yeah, so it's just like if you're familiar with Twitch, it's just like a Twitch subscription. There's like a $5 level and I think a $9 level or something by default. And I can go in, and by the way, that's why on Patreon, we used to have these discussions, and I tried to bring up some more, but not a lot of people get the emails or something, because I want to ask people, like, what would benefit you from, joining? What would be a good thing to do to help to make people want to join, because it really does support the channel, and it helps a lot, but I want people to have value out of it. So I'm always open about asking what you guys would like to see for that stuff. So, Penn Muse, what's up, Penn? Oh Lord, here we go. Mother Dragon, Chris Crush, 100K subs now, full effect. Let's go, ladies, for the calendar. Oh my God, look, I don't know what kind of calendar I could really do. If I could somehow get to 100K, because I've worked my ass off for 6 years and fell a little short, just a little short, like 15K short before season 8 ended. I don't know how. Don't know how it happened. I don't know what causes it. I don't know. There's just not a lot of people subscribing. They used to. They stopped. The show ended. We expected that, but the other stuff just didn't resonate. Rob, I've seen, Star Wars and Westworld and all those other things we talked about. But I don't know. I'd figure something out. If that could happen, look, I'd figure something out with some damn calendar. I don't know what kind of calendar it would be, because you really don't want to see me. I'm going to tell you that. But I could put on some nice clothes and do some photo shoots. That would be cool. We could do something. I would seriously do it if y'all seriously wanted something. Obviously, it's not going to be some semi-nude bullshit that Mazuma throws up, because he's typing something right now. Guarantee it. Anyway. Thank you, Carol. You just remind. I see this some ticks, man, but I'm not getting any notifications. I should see them at any time, no matter if they're watching a video or in the live. I'm just doing a test. That's a test. I should see that every time somebody subscribes, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, look, they're about to hit 20. So I don't know. Wait, I didn't do that. Did I hit? I might have double tapped. Maybe I double tapped it. I think I double tapped it. Let's see, Jon Snow. It would be great if any of the animated shows in development goes serious. It would be interesting. Depends on what story. Yeah, I don't watch many animated things. I really don't. I watch the Clone Wars. That's about it. It's not that I hate animated stuff. It's just that I don't know. I don't find it as interesting as live action. And like I said, I watched the Clone Wars simply because it was outstanding and I could look past it. But an animated Dragon or a Game of Thrones show, I don't know. I don't know if I would. I'd watch it probably, but what would it be? I don't know. I'd have to see it. I'd give it a chance. Ness, hello, Ness Avalos, how are you? Welcome. Mazuma, I knew it. I got a great sand guy. Awesome. Yeah, let me know, Mazuma. Lori loves dragons. There's 143 people watching, but only 118 likes. Boo. Hey, that's not bad, though. It's not bad, actually, for a ratio. But yeah, thank you. Randy, fold out. Randy Suamatsu saying fold out. Do the thing, Carol says. What thing, Carol? What did I said so much, I don't know what I'm even talking about. Jake from State Farm volunteering. I will help fill a calendar page. Hey, we can do it. Marilyn, hey folks, I got to bounce to work tomorrow. Even though I work from home, I need to get some sleep. Till next time, like and subscribe. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you for stopping by again. Glad for your return and everybody's return as well. It's cool seeing everybody popping up in here. Yeah, we got 100, and it keeps popping around 140 or so. Really a big change from the old days, but that's fine. It's fine. 141, 140, 138. It's popping in and out. But I'm glad each and every one of you here. I really appreciate it. These are so much fun to do. And then I know we don't have a lot to. You can ask anything you want, obviously, but I've done all the videos I can possibly imagine without just making shit up, for topics, because I've done the characters. I've done everything but literally read the damn book. You know what I mean? So next time we talk, which again next week I'll be off. I'll be out of town. But the weekend after that, we'll be actually talking about the first episode, and we'll see what happens. I hope it blows up for everybody, man. People doing this work their ass off and usually have full-time jobs too. And I did for the longest time before everything popped and everything seemed to be going great, blah, blah, blah. And I would love to see everybody blow up from this show and have fun doing it, and gives them opportunities to do more things, like write their own stories, put a book out, like Quinn, like I did, it's just cool. And I just want to say that for anybody that you like on YouTube or whatever, streamers on Twitch, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's a little different just streaming all the time, but people have no idea what a dedicated person who's putting out content 2-3 times a week or whatever, even every day in some cases, they're working their asses off. And it's all independent people just trying to, put out some stuff that people like and enjoy what they do. And it's just such a hard thing. It's absolutely crazy. So somebody was mad at me last week, not mad, but just saying, I don't want to hear you talk about subscribers. It's just sad or just depressing or something. And I get it. I don't want to be on here just whining. I don't mean to do that. I just mean to be honest about things. They're not always fun, but you got to think about it from the business perspective too. And the 100K thing has always been just a goal, right? I set goals. I personally have always set a goal. I wanted to get a black belt when I was a kid in martial arts, so I got to 3rd degree when I got older. I wanted to write a book. I wrote a damn book. I wanted to start a YouTube channel and get to 100K. That's the goal, to get that plaque behind you that says I worked my ass off, even if I don't make a dime. So that's why I keep saying it, and I'm just going to be honest. That's just me. We're transparent here about things, so that's just a goal. So I really appreciate you guys that support it. Pen Muse, Chris, and a bit of sun drop. Hey, we can do that. We can do that, Pen, for sure. Jay Smith, what's up, Jay? How are you? I'm sorry, Jay. I read 3 things at one time. Hello, Crystal. How are you? By the way, Crystal Hargens. Jay Synth, from the Great Council of 101 to Aegon the Second grown up is a lot of years to cover in 10 episodes. I'm sure they'll do it well, but damn. Yeah, I don't think Aegon, I don't think we'll get, well, I kind of do. I think, Jay, I'll just say this without spoilers for everybody. I think that episode, I would say 9, but it could be 10. The reason I'm saying 9 because there's another rhyming thing in there for Game of Thrones, but I would say by episode 9, because you remember, you're going to see, like, Jay, you're going to see, and I don't know, I don't have any insider information. I'm just a guess and maybe some things I've read or whatever about speculation or something, but I think you have about 5 episodes where you're going to see young Rhaenyra, young Alicent, that time period, right? Lena. And then we're going to jump into 20 years later, right? And see older Rhaenyra, older Alicent, all that stuff. So that's going to take a chunk of time away where we don't get to see kind of the nothing that really happened, because it was pretty peaceful for those 20 years. There was the Red Spring and all that stuff, so they'll mention that stuff. But I think in episode 9 we'll have the big switch, if I can say switch without spoiling anything in detail. So at that time, Aegon, he wasn't very old when he was older, but he wasn't, what was he? I want to say he was 20, I can't remember now, 20 something, right? Is that right? Maybe somebody knows, correct me on that. But yeah, so I think that time jump will kind of make that smoother, if that makes any sense. And then there'll be the, the thing that happens where it kicks off. So it'll be like right before it ends, the big cliffhanger, and then next year we'll get into the first blood, I believe. Now, I mean, they could do it sooner. I don't know. Again, it's just a guess. John Snow, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. For the 2, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. There's so many events I hope to see in the spinoffs. Yeah, there's so much stuff, man. Like I said before, my biggest thing beyond this one right now, as far as like excitement and what I'd like to see, is Dunk and Egg. The problem with Dunk and Egg is you have a limited 3-season, I would say, story. I mean, they could maybe squeeze out 4, but I doubt it, the way it had to be done for TV, because everything's going to kind of get shorter for TV, right? Because when you write a book, and I now have experience with this, you write a page, maybe you write 500 words, 600 words, and you describe a little scene, you describe maybe what somebody's wearing, if they're eating something, all that stuff, and you end up with 500,000 words of just like the scene, and then a little dialogue or whatever. On TV, that happens in 3 seconds. You see the background, you see their clothes, you see their food or their drink or whatever, and it's really just dialogue and interaction. So anything written is going to shrink for TV in a general sense. So remember, Dunk and Egg are 3 short stories, and there's no more. There's no more than the 3. Not that they have to be, because they're all individual stories, so that's fine. But would they do a show and do it for 3 seasons? I don't know. We'll see. All right, Matthew. Thank you, Matthew. How did I miss this? Did this just pop up? I'm sorry, Matthew. I don't see the notification for the super chat. Thank you, Matthew, by the way. Anyway, for the super chat. You should live stream, watch along with each episode of the new show, timestamp it so you can watch together. Glad to have got YouTubers back at it. I actually thought about that, Matthew. I don't know, man. I've seen people do the watch parties with there it is, Matthew. I just got to it early. Thank you, man. But yeah, I've seen people do the watch parties with, for example, Star Wars, Obi-Wan. You got Star Wars Theory, that big channel. He's like millions of subs. He does the watch party but you're just watching him watch it, and that's fine. I guess that would be kind of cool. But do you really want to just watch, have a camera on me and watching me? Because I can't show it. And I could mention things or whatever, but I don't know. Would that be entertaining? I don't know. Would it? Would it have to be live for because then we'd have to go watch the show for an hour and then do our regular 2 to 3 hour live stream after. You're talking about being live for 4.5 hours. And normally what I'm doing is I'm taking notes before we can talk about it on the live stream. And then I go do the live stream, and then I watch it again in detail to do it for the breakdown video. So I don't know. Would that be something people are interested in to go live during the show? Because I don't know, man. I don't know if that would distract from shit or not. Honestly, I've never done it live. I've never done a live reaction. Done reactions, but not live. Randy Sweetmatsu, after the calendar comes out, Chris, we have to start a smoke thing channel. Smoke thing, exactly. Matthew Hernandez, what's up, Matthew? Yeah, Dunk and Egg was my second choice for the next show for sure. Over I did. Look, I wanted to see the Long Night Blood Moon thing, but apparently it was so bad that they didn't even let George R. R. Martin watch the episode. That just came out not too long ago. So bad that they didn't let George R. R. Martin watch the pilot that they've spent $35 million on. That's crazy to me. I don't know. Yes, Randy, subscribe for more content, streams, and House of the Dragon fun. Thank you. Excuse me. Jay is bored. I subscribed with 3 accounts. I did my part to get that 100. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I don't want, look, I would never ask anybody to do that and make more accounts. But, hey, I guess a lot of people do. Look, I know this game, a lot of people are pay to play. Look, I get it. I don't do it. I've never done that. I've never would ask somebody to do that. But, yeah, maybe if everybody just created, 5, I think you can have 5 accounts or something on one phone number for Google. maybe we should just do that and just go that route. Fuck it. No, I would never ask anybody. But I'm sure people do. Look, I know people play the game. I can't say I blame them. But, Carol Brown, this is a good question. Which dragon will we see first? Well, I think I would guess, just again, Carol, based off the teaser. Well, no, I don't know. I take that back, because I was going to say Caraxes because of Daemon and maybe heading to the Stepstones, but they can't start with the Stepstones. He has to be Lord Commander of the City Watch and get kicked off the council and go do that first. So we may see Cyrax. We could see Vagar, the Great Council days. I don't know how much we're going to see of that. We could see Vagar. We could see Balerion alive for a little bit before because I don't think that the Great Council is going to be some big, drawn out whole episode thing. I don't think that's the case. I think it's probably a scene or a couple scenes. Really a lot of ways they could go. I mean, they're going to open up with the council. So I'd imagine you're going to see, one of the, you're not going to, Rhaenyra's not born yet, obviously. She's going to be. I think she's pregnant with her. So I'd imagine, let's see, God, you could really pick any of them because they all go to this council. Rhaenys riding, I don't know. It's a good question. It's really just a guess, because the Great Council, I'd imagine they open up with, and I would, and again, if they show people like showing up to the council, if they're already like in the hall, in Harrenhal or whatever, then maybe they would not show any dragon. But I think they're open up strong. Maybe they show a random Targaryen flying by, and I don't know. It could be anybody. But this wouldn't be the current batch of dragon riders. It'd be a little before that, obviously. At least 7 years before Rhaenyra gets Cyrex, because she's 7. Now they're going to age her up in the show. Matthew, are you excited to get on this road again? Maybe as big as God, more. I am, Matthew, and I'm nervous about it. Honestly, I'm excited about it because I love like all these live streams, the chat, the community. I love the when the channel is moving forward, I feel comfortable doing it. But I worry that we go through 10 weeks or 12 or whatever, because you're going to have a couple weeks like we're doing now before, and then you have a couple weeks after where people are talking about next season and kind of as the stuff kind of dies off the next couple weeks as you wrap up the season type of thing. I'm just worried that it just dies again and goes right back to nothing. Because I would like to cover Lord of the Rings, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. And will that go well here? Because it seems to me, at least for me, I can't do other things, and the algorithm likes it. Other people seem to be able to. Again, I'm not worried about it. I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying, in the YouTube sense. So I'm excited but nervous about it at the same time, because this is kind of the last hurrah to see if this thing survives. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to die and go away where I have to move on and do something else. But I got to consider that if we can't get to a decent level again where there's at least some consistency and growth and all that. So that's the reality of it. I'm just being honest. But yeah, so I am for sure. I'm really hyped about the show. I'm excited about talking about it again and all that stuff. But I worry about like 10 weeks later, is it just over again for a year? You know what I mean? So I do worry about it. But that's just me. Jay, again, I respect you not doing spoilers in here, but do you have live streams for those of us who have read the book? I don't typically, because Jay, I did say before, if it's at least like a gentle spoiler, I don't mind talking about it, because I think most people in general know what's happening. I think they know there's going to be a lot of death and dragons are dying. They know that general stuff. So I don't mind talking general spoilers. I will give a warning if somebody wants to click away for a second. So I have not done any separate spoiler streams, obviously, because once we get into the show, it's kind of all bets are off. We won't really go further than the show, but we can do minor stuff because I think most people will get the idea. But if you have a specific question, feel free to ask it, and we'll see if I have to say spoiler warning. I'll just say spoiler warning. Yeah, Carol, 777021. I don't understand why I'm not seeing any notifications. This normally would go off no matter what, whether in a video or just in the live chat or whatever. I don't know why I'm not seeing any. But very cool, man. There's the Doc Holiday. What's up, man? DJ Big Leg. I like the Witcher books and the game. Yeah, we talked about the Witcher. DJ Big Leg. I like the name DJ Big Leg, by the way. Yeah, no, we talked about the Witcher. We actually got a little. That was a little traction off the Witcher for a while, for season 1. But so I love the Witcher. Yeah, I played the game. I finished it on Twitch. I finished Witcher 3. Matt Geo, Matt Geo-san, are you excited about Jon Snow? We were talking about that earlier a little bit. I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't think it will, honestly. I mean, maybe if they get enough actors to come back, but I don't know how George R. R. Martin's going to react to like sequel stuff because he's got to approve all that crap. You know, I don't know. He's going to go down another road that keeps him from writing books. But I said I would be excited about it. Again, I need more details. The idea of that, if he goes back to the Seven Kingdoms and we get some other actors back, yes. If it's just going to be about him with Tormund and finding a new chick up above, beyond the wall and all that, then no, not really. He just got ruined in season 8, honestly. But again, he can't carry a show alone. Even a sequel. You're talking about a sequel, right? And just like be like North of the Wall. If he comes back to Westeros, Winterfell, King's Landing, Dragonstone, whatever, he's Aegon Targaryen or accepts that or whatever. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I just need more information. Is what I'm saying. Mother Dragon, yeah, I have a feeling House of Dragon is going to be pretty damn good, but we have to open our hearts a bit. We do. We can't let the sting of season 8 tarnish what this can be, and that's what I've struggled with for a long time. But after I started seeing like the behind the scenes photos and the sets again and all that stuff, I went back to reading Fire and Blood again. I'm excited about it. It's going to be fucking outstanding, I think. Matthew, hey, I'm a mod on this account and I wasn't subscribed. That's not, I don't know how that happens. This is your other account though, right? Didn't you have 2? I don't remember. You weren't subscribed with this account? If you're not subscribed, if I never seen you in chat or whatever, I can't mod you. Anyway, I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, he does know Mizumi. He does know the fish taco places beyond the wall, probably. He's a really good joint up north out here in a cave somewhere, for sure. Old Southern boys. Matthew Styles, I wonder if a Valyria show would be good. Many dragon riding families see Valyria in its prime if they're looking for ideas. Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that's probably considered, obviously being considered in some way. It's the biggest known, there's lots of history, obviously, in Essos, but this will shed some light on that too, Matthew, I believe, because they'll mention old Valyria, they'll mention Aegon the Conqueror and stuff, so they'll get a little more insight. And then maybe they mention Daenerys the Dreamer, how they left and ended up on Dragonstone, and how the Velaryons ended up on Driftmark. They'll probably mention all that stuff. And that'll give them some ideas too. I don't know. Valyria was a giant stronghold full of people, but it was also a slave society, dragon lords, and some families wasn't dragon lords, but it did expand. It was a vast empire. So there's lots of little touchy things in there too, I believe. But yeah, I don't know. There's lots of things they could do. It'd been cool. Ben Powell, what's up, Ben? Been a fan since 2016, man. Can't wait to vibe with y'all again once the House of Dragon starts. Yeah, man, we're getting close, man. I was just again to reiterate in case somebody's new or just joined recently. Next week I'll be out of town, but of course the week after we have episode 1, we'll be here. Just as a quick reminder in case I forget to mention that again. Yeah, Jay, that's what I was saying. House of Dragon, I don't know if HBO would have the balls to do Valyria or YT show a lot of slavery. Yeah, but they did. They kind of did in Game of Thrones. But you don't have, the difference is you don't have Dany coming by and freeing those slaves, right, in those shows. It's a slave society. But you could see the beginnings of the Faceless Men, for example. And by the way, yeah, thank you. Welcome back, Ben. But yeah, you could see the Faceless Men story. So That would be cool. There's lots of little things that kind of like can connect with the modern stuff that people go, oh shit. Just like this show, right? People didn't think about it too much during Game of Thrones until, and I know I mentioned it in live streams and videos, but we always just heard the gold cloaks, Littlefinger, I'm going to get the gold cloaks, all right? You have the City Watch, the gold cloaks, and all that stuff. You get to see in House of the Dragon why they're called the gold cloaks, because Daemon made them the gold cloaks. So, I mean, again, minor spoiler, but you're going to see those connections, so it's really cool. I would like to see Aegon's conquest, the timeline, because you have so many of the kind of the laws that were created by his sisters, Visenya and Rhaenys and him, and all that kind of stuff started in some of the things that still go on to this day. You have like the first night rights and all those kind of detailed things that really make Game of Thrones and Ice and Fire really good. That would be cool. All right, Jake. So that I was going to say, I thought you changed that, right? I cannot remember, or maybe you just changed your profile there. I don't know what happened. I think I was really subscribed to my Matthew account and then swapped accounts to Troll. Yeah, I think maybe that sounds right. That sounds right. That sounds familiar, Jake from State Farm. Doc Holiday Q&A, could you please explain your use of yellow arrows in your recent thumbnails when you know red arrows are the only way to go? Yeah, man, I wanted to mix it up, Doc. I don't know. I was just trying things out, experimenting to see if the arrows, because, I try not to overdo arrows. I really don't, because I know it's such a meme. But like I used them in the breakdown because I really wanted to point out, hey, I saw, because I caught this really late doing that video, I saw the dragon saddles, and that's what I circled. Like he had Daemon standing there with Caraxes, and then I had the circle arrow to the dragon saddle because I had not seen it. I missed it. I totally missed the other shot. And I saw in there in the teasers and stuff, I never saw Rhaenyra on Cyrax with a saddle. Now we see the shot with her like in the air with a saddle in front of her. We didn't see that in the teasers, so I thought it was cool. So yeah, I used an arrow in a circle. I thought it was legit. I mean, just saying. PN Muse, Jon Snow is immortal now, and that shows he's going to outlive everyone, know every damn thing now. That is true. No more you know nothing. They'd have to throw a shout out to that, though. Mervin Sanchez, what's up, Mervin? I think you should try a watch-along live stream so that you can engage with your subscriber and possibly gain new one. Yeah, I mean, I'd be up for trying that, man. I don't know. I thought about it only because I saw Star Wars Theory doing it during, I think he did Mandalorian, and then he did, obviously, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I don't watch him typically, but I just called it. I've seen a couple of his like fan films and stuff he does, but I don't know. It's just, to me, just sitting there, and again, it's just my perspective. I can't put the show on. I can't play the audio. So is that, I don't know. We might try it. Maybe we'll try it. I don't know. I don't know if that would be, because I mean, you don't want to like if you're watching the show, you want to focus on the show and not like, okay, what's this guy doing? He's just a little face cam, and it would just be me sitting here going like over here, looking over here, and I couldn't really chat. I could kind of glance over because I don't want to miss things. I'm taking notes, you know what I mean? So I don't know. We might try it. We could try it. JM's excited to see Harrenhal again for the first time. Storms End too. That's going to be the big thing. We're definitely going to see Storms End. Stepstones, I think we'll see other cool places during the series. Honestly, Jay, mostly not. We're going to see, like you said, Storms End we should, but it won't be a lot, I don't think. The main thing we're going to see Driftmark as a new location. We'll be able to see a lot of Driftmark, a lot of Dragonstone, and mainly King's Landing. And then we'll see if they do like the Horn Hill apparently tournament. I don't know if they do Maidenpool or combine that. So I think this is going to be a more of interior style show until we get to the dance, and it'll be like Harrenhal and the Riverlands where most of these battles took place. So as far as like really in depth other places, I don't think so. I don't think you see a lot of Casterly Rock or any of that stuff. So, I mean, you'll have Jason and all those, Jason Lannister and all those people, but they'll mostly be in King's Landing and stuff like that. So I don't know. 77023. Oh, cool, man. Thank you guys. I don't know who's subscribing. I can't see any notifications, but thank whoever. Thank you. I tell you what, guys, give me 1 second. It is 12:30. Let me go to the restroom, and I will be right back. Hold that thought, Jay. I see your thing. I'll try to scroll back to it. Let me turn on this awesome music. Give me 1 second, and I will be right back. 1 second. There we go. All right. All right. Sorry. As Manuma says, there in the north. My back teeth were swimming, so I apologize. I had to go. Oh my God, Jake says whip it out. Had a mighty proto P. Here we go, the proto. Yeah, the proto days are over. Oh, let me do the thing. I might want to get back on the screen. I apologize. Doc's typing fail right now. Meg, thank you. I'm going to sub on all my accounts. I appreciate it, Meg. Thank you. By the way, Marilyn, I know Marilyn went to bed, but thank you. She rejoined Patreon. I really appreciate that, Marilyn. If you're still in here or if you watch the rest of this back, thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Let's see. All right. Jay, okay. Wait a minute. What? Hold on. I'm missing. There's Jay. Okay. There's Jay. Watch-alongs on YouTube are hard because of the delay. It would be better on something like Locals, no delay, but chat has to pay to participate. Yes, it can't do pay to play. Chris need a red woman or woman in the north, beautiful, magical, and naked. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they said they're going to cut back on the whole nudity thing, but we'll see. I mean, they probably won't do as much. But if you really think about it, that was more of season 1, 2, and it got a little. It was pretty average. But they said they're going to cut back on that. We'll see what they do. Jake from State Farm, we don't watch you. We watch it in time with you and listening like you're in the room with us. This is also something you can do in Discord easily if you. Yeah, no, Discord for sure. We could try something. I mean, I could try it on YouTube, do a watch along. I don't know. I just the problem is that I would have to watch it right here, which again is fine because I'll watch it again to do like the detailed breakdown, video. So I'd have to be sitting here so I could stream while having a camera up or whatever. It would be basically just like this, except I'm just over here watching while you guys are. There would be a little bit of a delay, but we can give it a try. I don't know. So, yeah, if that's something y'all want to try, I mean, I'm down to try it. If it goes good, it'll be cool. And then we could just kind of jump straight into it, and maybe I can scribble down some notes or maybe just type a couple things on Notepad, because that's what I generally do is I'll watch it, I'll scribble down notes as fast as I can, and I can't even hardly read them. And James would do that too when he was doing it with me. So would have a couple of things that, anything I wanted to like mention in detail or whatever. So anyway, that'd be it's something to try. I'm down for it for sure. If it's something people want to try to do or think that you'd enjoy. Yeah, no more. Yeah, right, Randy. No more area warging. I know, man. That's why we gotta get some of these other shows to bring back that stuff. Not gonna be any warging in this show, for sure. Penn, if they announced another Con of Thrones for House of Dragon, would be cool. If those would go to meetup, I went to all the other cons, was a blast. Yeah, and I didn't go to the second one I missed because of softball, which was fine. It came up last minute. I was scheduled to do 7 or 8 panels. I think it was 8 the second year, and that was crazy because I just did 4 the first one. It was crazy enough. But the third one, it was kind of like, there's some issues. But yeah, no, Nashville was fun. It really was. It was so cool. Never expected, but it's that's another expense too. But yeah, they're having the official. I think COVID put it off, but now they're having the official Game of Thrones thing. When is that, by the way? I thought did that happen? Did we miss that? I don't know, but they were doing some official thing, even though they've already been doing con for like 3 years. So, and then the fourth one got canceled, I guess. Burt Bishop, I'm starting to think they named this show House of Dragon because they wanted to say Hot D. I mean, hey, look, it's good marketing. It really, I mean, if you think about it, Hot D. I mean, they even got the hashtag Hot D on Twitter, with the little thing beside it. So they definitely at least stumbled upon that when somebody said it and go, so Yeah, we got to watch Hot D on Sundays. Hey, good marketing. Good marketing. Mervin, yeah, I can do that. I'll throw a poll up on. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll throw a poll up on YouTube on the comment section and or not the comment section, but the feed, community feed tab, and yeah, I'll throw a poll up there and see. I'll see what people say. That's one way to do it. Meg, no, we never did any live. If you're asking that, we never did any live reactions. I did reactions, a couple little reactions to like Vikings and stuff back in the day when I started watching it, because I hadn't watched anything in years besides Game of Thrones. I was just all up in that world, so I never did any live stuff though. Christian, do a Zoom meetup. That'd be a lot of zooming, man. A lot of zooming. Zasmine reviews. What's up, Zasmine? Host SmokeScreen. Hope we see the Blackfire rebellions eventually. Yeah, see, if we get Dunk and Egg, we can see some of that stuff. We start to get into that time period, and we can see a young Bloodraven kind of quell some of that too. Sir Brendan Rivers, the great bastard. That was what we were talking about last week and the week before a little bit about some of these other shows. But yeah, we start getting into the Blackfire era. That's a whole different thing. But yeah, I mean, I think we will. I really do. I mean, assuming this show blows up, and it will. I have no doubts. For some reason, a very little chance that it doesn't do very well. And I'd imagine episode 1 will come out. I would say about episode 2 or 3, they'll officially order season 2, right? And probably 3. So that'll be a full thing, full steam ahead. I'd imagine when they see that, then they'll probably start announcing or start ordering pilots for some of these other ones. And I would guess that, again, we don't know how they're supposed to be all pretty far in pre-production. So I think they're all to the point where they can just order a pilot. They got scripts and stuff. So I think that'll be the next one. Jake, pretty sure we did one with James. James might have did something on his channel. I don't remember that. Yeah, it looks like we'll get a little shout, Meg, Paul, and Zasmine to the Blackfires, because we saw that little piece of the teaser where it's just some drummers, but they're wearing the reverse colors, and that don't mean anything in and of itself other than a little Easter egg about what's to come later on after this time period. But little shout out there, I think, in that teaser for that. Matthew, any collabs with other channels, Lightbringer, Rora's, Talking Thrones? I'm down to collab with anybody. I don't know. I've reached out in the past to several people. Nobody really me and Gray did some stuff years ago. Me and Talking Thrones did years ago. Rora's obviously was on my podcast for a while, and she left due to some drama that I wasn't really directly involved in, but somehow I got caught up in whatever. But yeah, no, I've thought about it, and I've reached out to people, and the people really don't seem interested in me, and that's fine. Not saying they're not. I'm not saying. I'm just not. I've gotten, at least when we're still going with Game of Thrones, and and all that, I was like, hey, let's because we had collab before, some of us, and I was like, hey, let's do some more collabs, and I never really hear back. So, people get bigger and just kind of, I don't know what happens, but I actually reached out to people. I'm happy to deal with anybody, and honestly, Teflon was doing his him and Phil stream a lot together, and that's their thing, and they were kind enough to let me hop on one of their streams a couple, 6 months ago, wasn't that long ago. They were doing a Game of Thrones stream about some stuff, and I was in their chat saying hello, and they just let me jump in right then, so that was cool. I was on Tony's and Phil's stream, so that was fun. So I enjoy them, but I don't know. People don't respond. Because, it's really weird. Like, people reached out to me all the time, and I didn't care. Some collabs I did and help people out and whatever, but then you're smaller now, and then they think you're just trying to, I don't know. People have these, essentially that's what a collab is, right? You're getting exposure to a new audience, and they are too. But people, I don't know. I don't know what they think personally, but they just stop responding when they get beyond you. That's what happened to me anyway. So no big deal. But I'm happy to. I whatever. Let's see. DJ Big Leg, Dunkin' Egg. Yeah, Dunkin' Eggs. They're some of the best stories in this whole thing. I've said that before. Some of the best stories in this whole thing, and you get to see new aspects of stuff like trial by 7. We hear about trial by combat, but about trial by 7. You get to see some cool stuff like that, and just the general story is cool. This hedge knight and this little kid who's bald to hide his hair and ends up being Aegon Egg, the king. Hashtag Chris Crush 100K. Look, we're up to 77025. I wish I was getting notifications so I could thank people. I really feel bad when I can't thank people for everything. I really do. And I don't know why I'm not getting notifications. It's supposed to pop up no matter what. If I'm live on this app that lets me stream, I should be getting notifications no matter where they subscribe from. I don't know why I'm not. Because it's happening occasionally, but I don't know. By the way, thank you guys, by the way. I know the last few weeks we've mentioned the book a couple of times. I never remember to bring my own damn book in my hand. They're back there on that shelf. We have 100. We officially made it to 100 reviews on Amazon. I think, let me double check again. I think we're on 100 reviews, unless we've got 101 now. But that's really cool to see. So, 100 ratings, and it's still like at a 5-star, like 4.8 out of 5. Really, really cool to see 100 reviews, getting to the triple digits on there. So thank you guys who have went and taken time to read the book and then go. Oh, I'm about to play that trailer again, and go to leave a review on Amazon. It's really cool. Took a while, but we got to 100. Our first 100. So thank you for you guys who did that. Yeah, Matthew, Game of Thrones, politics of YouTubers. I guess it is. I don't understand it. I think there's enough love to go around for everybody, and that's why I said the last couple of weeks, you can be subscribed to me and Teflon and Gray and Talking Thrones and, whoever at the same time. It doesn't hurt anybody. It's free. Matthew, I won't dunk donuts and coffee when I hear Dunkin' Egg. Yeah, it does. It does make you think of that kind of donut, Matthew. That is true. All right. Jay sent again. Thank you for the super chat, Jay. I got it early before it popped up on the screen here because obviously we're delayed. Before House of the Dragon was announced, I always wanted to ask George R. R. Martin, how correct is Mushroom's testimony percentage-wise? How right do you think he was? I'm going to guess, Jay, just by what they said in an interview Ryan Condal said, or maybe George R. R. Martin clarified that. I can't remember. They are taking, Mushroom's got this extreme version of events, and Septon has this other version that's more kind of, normal. Then you got kind of a really plain event. I think they're going to go with a combination and kind of shoot it down the middle. So there'll be some things that'll certainly be more scandalous. So I would say Mushroom's probably 50% right. Like I was saying earlier, again, without spoilers, maybe Damon has something to do with Rhaenyra being widowed. Now, I don't know. I'm not saying I declared that either way, but I think we'll see some of that stuff that's confirmed. We'll see some mushroom stuff that absolutely is confirmed. So I'd say about, I don't know, 40-50% mushroom was right in some way. Maybe not as devious, because he has all the devious versions of the stories, right? So, just a guess. Meg Paul, Q&A for Chris and chat. How many people are reading first time or rereading Fire and Blood right now? I am, Meg. I am going through, I've read it. I read it when the book came out. I got the hardcover and read the actual book. And then right now, I've read a few, I've read chapters multiple times, just depending on what was going on. And then start announcing this stuff. But now, just to kind of get my head back in the game and refresh memory on things, I'm going through the audiobook again. So, yeah, I am. I'm on the actual, what chapter is it? I got it right here. And I'll typically throw it on in the car, or when I hop in the shower, I got a Bluetooth or whatever. I think on my Audible. What chapter? Heirs of the Dragon, A Question of Succession. So this is the beginning of the dance right here is where I've gotten to so far. So yeah, I am, for sure. And that's what I've been trying to do, by the way, with Lord of the Rings, because I used to be really a lot more into it when I was younger. And so I've forgotten a lot of Middle-earth lore. And I did a couple of videos back in the day, a couple of years ago. Started doing some lore again on Lord of the Rings as I knew this show was announced 3 years ago. But I got, shit happened, YouTube died, all that kind of stuff. So that's at the same time I'm trying to read the Silmarillion again and all this other stuff. And I'm I've watched the movies again several times and reading the books and reading the letters. So it's a lot to take in. So by the time I get to Lord of the Rings, I will not be completely refreshed on that because I'm trying to focus on Dragon. But yeah, I am. All right. Well, it's almost 1 o'clock. I guess we better get the hell up out of here. We were just 10 minutes late. And I know people have to work and stuff. So any last minute things, throw them out there. Big Leg, I wrote the ending in my mind using George's character behavior patterns, and Cersei got eaten by Dany's dragon instead of the pointless massacre, so they can show Arya's view in the shit. Yeah, that would have been better. That would have certainly been better. For sure. Yeah, no, Meg, hey, audiobooks are great, man. I'm telling you. Hey, look, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I did. Technically, because I had to approve it. I listened to my own book in audio because it's so different listening to it with some awesome narrator doing it. It's really, really different and cool. So, but that, of course, has dialogue where, Fire and Blood's not really dialogue. Pin Muse, I hope they have a great villain like Joffrey and Ramsay. They were so amazing at being evil. Yeah, again, the only real person I could say to me, and this is my opinion, is not, I wouldn't say evil. You're not going to see Ramsay level evil. I don't think. You're going to see some good people do some horrible things, for sure. Sir Otto Hightower's a bastard. He's a son of a bitch. Is he evil? Nah, from his point of view, he's protecting his family and protecting the kingdom because he don't like Daemon. But he's a bastard that you probably won't like or you'll love to hate. Or, I don't know. Some people are Team Green. Hey, look, some weird people out here are Team Green. That's fine. Team Green's welcome here too, but there won't be any Ramsay level. I mean, you're going to see some moments, but, Ramsay level evil, nah, they're all gray. Everybody's terrible in some way and then good in others, and that's what's great about it, actually. Because, there'll be a lot of that, you're gonna love Damon for being a bad boy in some ways. You're gonna hate him for doing some other things, and then you'll be back to loving him. You know, so there'll be a lot of that stuff for sure. Orly or Orly? Oh Jesus, Missoula. Oh, I see. Orally inclined learner. Orly or Orly. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, I guess we'll get out of here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. I know some of you have already dropped off and went to bed. Thank you guys for hanging out. All the new subscribers that I, for some reason, can't see, thank you. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I have it up here. If you do use Twitter, that's kind of my main thing now for social media, like other than YouTube itself, obviously. We, you know, whether it comes to Game of Thrones stuff, House of Dragon videos, book stuff, all that kind of stuff, that will be the main kind of like social media platform where I'm announcing things or sharing links or book stuff or stream stuff or podcast stuff, whatever it may be. So, Matthew, thank you, man. Matthew has joined the Free Folk. I see I did start to rename some stuff, Matthew, so we got 2 levels. Thank you for joining the channel, man. I appreciate that. Matthew now has a emoji beside his name and a couple more emojis that we'll update too, by the way. We'll get some of these updated. Yeah, Doc, it'll be a Jamie Lannister feel for sure. But it'll be more sudden and back and forth, I would say. But yeah, I think I used that example before, but yeah, like a Jamie kind of not the whole arc, but kind of sorta. And then there'll be some badass moments too that'll also be kind of sad. Yeah, Penmuse. No, I'm Team Black. I've said it. Hashtag Team Black. We'll have to do the Team Black hashtag. Maybe that'll be a shirt too. But I'm certainly Team Black. But I'm curious to hear. I'm interested to see why somebody would be Team Green. But you know, we can talk about that when we get into the show. But yes, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. Matthew, thank you for the super chat as well. Matthew Styles, John Snow Rules for the super chat. Tressa for becoming a member, or rejoining, renewing her membership for 10 months. Lady Jen for the super chat as well. Aria is the best for subscribing. Iron Mods HD for subscribing. Carol Brown, I think she is probably going to bed. Thank you, Carol, for the super chat as well. Marilyn Bentley for the super chat and renewing her Patreon. I appreciate that at the Lord level. Thank you, Marilyn. ATC and other things for subscribing. Michael Francisco for subscribing. And that's all I got for some reason. I know we got more subscribers than that, but they did not pop up. So thank you guys. And then thank you again, Matthew Styles, for joining the channel as well. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you, Mods. Thank you, Huja. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you watching out. We didn't have any bots and sex bots and get famous bots tonight. I don't think. I didn't see any anyway. If I didn't see them, then y'all handled that well. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I really enjoy these. We will again not see you next Sunday because I will be out of town. Maybe I'll come back and do something like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe we'll do like a stream on a Wednesday or something and kind of like, hey, this is the last big hype thing before we jump into Sunday. And then that Sunday we will have episode 1 out and under our belts and we can talk about it and get into it. And yeah, I will put a poll on I'll do that tomorrow, or maybe I'll throw it up tonight, and if I can remember, so I don't forget tomorrow. I'll do there's Christian. Thank you, Christian, for the okay. I appreciate all your okays everywhere, man. But yeah, I'll put a poll and see if y'all are interested overall with like a live watch party, I guess. So we'll try. We'll try it. But I'll put a poll up, see how many people. We'll see the percentage of yeses versus fuck yous. So we'll see. Meg Paul, thank you for your random alt for subscribing. I really appreciate you using your alt accounts. like Jake from State Farm did earlier with his 2 mod accounts somehow, and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it maybe if just everybody is currently subscribed just goes and, does their 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 alt accounts would be good to go. I mean, on the numbers, it'd be the same people. But what's up, CT? We're just now getting out of here, man. I'm glad you stopped in, though. We're heading out. Burt Bishop, what's up, man? Anyway, guys, yeah, we'll get out of here. Let you go to sleep. Yeah, I'll be gone next week, but we will come back the week before, and maybe I'll do a stream on Wednesday before we start streaming next Sunday after the actual show. And if I put that out there, maybe we'll do a watch party for episode 1. You're Magpaw, thank you so much. I really do. I really do appreciate you and doing that. Jono Taylor, yes, can't wait for the show. It's going to be fun. It's going to be outstanding. I really and I appreciate you guys sticking with me and hanging out. And y'all have a good week. Be safe. I was trying to think if there's anything. Again, thank you guys for who's read my book and left reviews on Amazon and wherever anywhere for that matter. Really appreciate it. It was cool to make the first 100 reviews on Amazon. Still got a 4.8 out of 5 stars, so it's really cool. Maybe one day we'll have a Netflix show or HBO show for the Crimson Gods. Wouldn't that be something? Missed you too. I missed all you guys. Missed you, Taryn. I'm glad all you guys are coming back and seeing some of these familiar names and all the new people. Welcome. We enjoy having you. Love this. My favorite aspect of this whole YouTube thing is these streams and the community and the real friendships I've made. So it's really cool. So thank you guys. Thank you, mods. Appreciate all you guys. Really do. Y'all have a good week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.